Hey, what up, everybody? It's your man KingRails with a WNBA play for you guys today. I'm using a little bit of NBA strategy in this one, and I'm fading the team after a long road trip. The Indiana Fever played 3 road games. The last game was on Sunday in Seattle. They're supposed to take a flight from Seattle 10:30 that night. The plane was late. Then when the plane finally arrived, they had some wheel situation, so they got a later flight. They had to fly to Atlanta. Once they flew to Atlanta, they missed their flight to take them over to Indiana. So they had to hop on the bus and ride the bus for 8 hours to get to Indiana. The team that they're facing is the Lynx, a team that arrived last night. The Lynx are a team that I know you guys said you're taking the Lynx here, you're taking the Lynx here, real. They're 0-5 ATS, last 5 road games. They're 0-3 on the season in their last road games. But this team right here should be prepared. They haven't played since Saturday, and they got us a win on Saturday as well. That was against the New York Liberty. They went in there and beat the Liberty. Liberty came to them and they beat the Liberty pretty easy right there. But they are 5-1 ATS at home. This team averages 76 points of offense, the Lynx team, but they average 82 points versus the East. I'm playing up the fatigue factor here for the Fever, man. You can't play 3 road games, then take forever to get home. Have to hop on the bus and be in game mode and game shape. You have to be exhausted. You have to be tired. I like to rest the legs here. So I'm rocking with the Lynx at the -1.5 is a bet that I took them on first thing this morning when I saw them. My total was sitting at 152. At the last 10 games, 8 of the last 10 between these two I went under. I'm not playing it under here though. At 152 is quite low, and all it takes is one team to get hot, and the other team to score about 60 points for that total to go over. The other one to have 80 some points for that total to go over. So I lean towards the over here in this spot, but at 152 it's real shaky, and I'm not touching it. I think it's low, but this Indiana Fever team has to be tired. They have to be a little exhausted after that 3 games in a row. They had a dogfight up there with Seattle as well. They were in that game. Seattle won that game. The game opened up at 4.5 when I got it. The line stopped at 6, so the Fever did cover that game. Anybody who had Fever in that spot, the +6, or even the 4.5, he covered because they only won by 4 points. So I was off by half a point there. I hate those half-a-point losses right there. Those are the worst ones if you ask me. I'd rather just get blown out than lose by half a point. I'm pretty sure most of you guys can agree to that with me. But yeah, I like the Fever, not Fever, but I like the Lynx in this spot. Even though they haven't covered on the road ATS, I think this is a spot right here where they get it done. I'm playing the fatigue factor. That's what I'm going off. I'm going off the fatigue factor for the Fever. I know home teams have been killing them right now on WNBA. So that's my play. I am on the Lynx -1.5. No play on the total. When it comes to this Aces game, this Aces and Storm game is a real tricky game. The line opened up at 7.5. It's down to 6.5, maybe 6, I think, in some spots. But I saw 6.5 before I came on to record my video. Aces, excuse me. The Storm have 2 scores right now. Natasha Howard, who's number 2 in the league with 19 points per game. Jewel Lloyd, who's number 4 with 17 points per game. The Aces have number 9. That's Asia Wilson. Number 10, Kendall McBride. And number 13, Liz. They're players, the highest scoring players in the league right now. So they're in the top 15. Aces are 2-0 ATS at home versus West Coast teams. This is a tricky one. I capped the Aces winning this game by about 5 or 6 points. I'm seeing that line drop. Hopefully more money still comes in on the Storm over here and this line continue to drop a little bit further. Then I'm most likely will hammer the Aces. I will be at that game tonight. I say in play it. Unless you're a big fan of the Storm right here on the road, then I would say take the Storm. I think the Aces get it going tonight against this team. That should be a decent battle. Should be a really good game. My total is sitting at 157, and these two teams also tend to go to the under over here. I'm not playing a total in this spot, and I'm not taking the Aces right now either. I'm going to wait till the line drop a little bit, and then probably hammer it. My book is still not offering me first quarter lines, but I do like the Aces first quarter in this spot. But my book does not offer me first quarter lines, so it's a bet that I cannot give you guys. But my play of the day is the Lynx -1.5. When it comes to this Aces game, I will still watch the line, see if it drops, see if more money come in on the Storm, and then grab the Aces maybe at a 5 or 5.5, or teaser it. I mean, I'm a big supporter of teasers. A lot of people think teasers are money, but teasers are money. I wouldn't mind teasing the Aces or teasing the Lynx, or even teasing the Lynx and that total, man. That total is mighty low. So We'll see, man. Hopefully, get back on the winning record, winning trail, winning road, winning whatever today. Shit, I ain't smoked yet. I gotta go get dabby in a minute, but try to get back to the winning ways. So I'm taking the Lynx minus 1.5. If you guys rock with me, then come on and rock with me. I gotta get somebody out here to come talk some basketball with me, man. My man Jay Money been busy. I need somebody to come on here and talk some hoop with me. So we're gonna figure it out, man. When it comes to WNBA, I'm kind of flying solo, but we got Summer League coming up in about a week and a half, and I'm gonna be all over that shit like white on rice. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe. Lynx minus 1.5 is my play today. I'm playing the fatigue factor in this one, fading the team off a long road trip and having road troubles. Taking some of my NBA knowledge and applying it to this WNBA game and seeing if we can cash tonight. So Lynx minus 1.5. If you're telling, let's get it. And it will be 420 at some time of the day today. Make sure you hit your dab, roll something up, and get litty for me. Deuces and good luck.